Now, this week, the Home Office Minister Robert Jenrick admitted that 200 asylum-seeking children who were placed in hotels in the UK are missing.
According to Sussex Police, 76 of those have vanished, were from Hove alone. Well, earlier I spoke to Hove's MP, Peter Kyle, and I started by asking him about exactly what the situation is in his constituency.
Well, 18 months ago here in Hove, we had a couple of hours' notice before 96 unaccompanied child migrants were placed in a hotel in our community. What unfolded from there was a bureaucratic pass the parcel where the Home Office and the council and other authorities were trying to figure out who was the legal parent for these children.
OK, so are there children missing then, migrant children missing?
Right now, from this one facility here in the constituency I represent, Hove, there are 76 children who are reported missing. Now, that number has been provided by Sussex Police. This is not a number I plucked out of thin air. This is official figures.
What is it you need or want the government to do, the Home Office to do about this?
Well, we shouldn't be having the hotels in the first place, so we need to make sure that the Home Office gets its act together. When they set these hotels up 18 months ago, they said it was an emergency measure because so many children were coming across the channel. Well, we knew the children were heading this way. We knew the situation was evolving because it had been spoken about for so long, but the government didn't prepare for it, so we needed the hotels. But that was 18 months ago. So the question today is, if it was an emergency 18 months ago, why are these hotels still active? Because we've had 18 months to plan. What these kids need is proper long-term solutions in local authority areas around the country, foster care and other residential care, which is regulated and supported, but is there into the long term. Some of the kids who are here are staying 6 days. I've been into the hotel this morning and met a child who's been there for 70 days, but they're all on a pathway to different places. The reason why we need this to happen and to cut out this hotel system is that you can't keep kids safe in the environment around the hotels when the numbers are so high. When they're distributed around the country, criminals will find it much harder to find them and locate them and exploit their vulnerabilities, but the children will also have the opportunity to start moving forward.
Well, Home Office Minister Robert Jenrick, he says these hotels will have many nurses, many social working staff and actually security to make sure that these children are best protected.
I've got to tell you, inside the hotel, it was purposeful and it was very humane, and the staff there were bending over backwards to create an environment that is not only healthy, but it is supportive for those children who have real vulnerabilities, emotional vulnerabilities. But this is not the overall problem, because these kids will leave the hotel. We know that there is criminal activity nearby, but we also know that these children need a long-term solution. So government needs to get the long-term solution in place, and we need to make sure the environment around the hotel is a safe one so that kids don't go missing. I am their MP. Since these kids come here, and whether they're here for 1 day or they're here for 3 months or even longer, they have a right to an MP and a voice in Parliament. I am treating those 76 missing kids as if it was any other child in the community I represent. What is extraordinary to me is that if one child went missing from any other family locally, and I said it, we'd be talking about that one child missing. But there's 76 children have gone missing. And people keep saying things like, well, 80% of them might be Albanian, as if that is somehow an excuse for it. On Wednesday in Parliament, in response to a question about this, one Conservative MP shouted, well, they shouldn't come here illegally, as if somehow they deserve to be kidnapped and coerced into crime.
OK, Peter Kyle, Shadow Northern Ireland Secretary and MP for Hove, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.